Hi again, everybody, and welcome to a new segment here on Hoop Group Happenings. We're going to be talking about our Alumni of the Week. I'm Rob Kennedy, President of the Hoop Group. I'm joined by Brian Weber, our Director of Hoop Group Elite Camps, as well as Joe Gitkowski, one of our Directors of Hoop Group Skills Camp. And so each week we've been putting out on Twitter our Alumni of the Week in the NBA, Division I, small college, high school, as well as our grammar school players of the day. And so now what we're doing is new. We're going to a poll. So each of those guys that is our player of the day is chosen by these guys and put out there on our Twitter account. We're now getting those together, and on Sunday nights polls go out and you're going to have an opportunity to be able to vote on who you think should be the Hoop Group Alumni of the Week. So we'll start off with the NBA, and certainly we've got a ton of alums playing throughout the NBA, over 100 guys who are Hoop Group alums on active NBA rosters. And this week's Players of the Week, because of Thanksgiving we took a couple of days off at eating our turkey like everybody else, but 4 different players who are Players of the Day. Eric Gordon, Andrew Wiggins, Raymond Felton, who's now all of a sudden reinventing himself, and then C.J. McCollum, the star for the Blazers, former Lehigh star who had a 28-point performance, to be one of the Players of the Day. And in our poll, you ended up choosing Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins off to a terrific start, as are the Timberwolves. In a 3-in-1 week, he averaged over 22 points per game, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, showing you that he indeed is one of the best young players in the NBA. As well, a little note for our Hoop Group alums in the NBA, sad day, but a day that everybody saw coming yesterday when Kobe Bryant, Hoop Group alum, announced his retirement at the end of this season. One of the all-time greats in the history of the NBA, and certainly I think a good choice for him to step away at this time. So now we'll go to our Division I Players of the Week. And Brian, who were your Players of the Day throughout this past week?
We had a lot of good options. There's a lot of good college basketball played this week. Our 4 guys that were chosen as Player of the Days this week were Columbia's Alex Rosenberg.
Alum, as a Columbia alum. Way to go, Alex.
Iowa State's Georges Niang, UNLV's Derek Jones, and Penn State's Brandon Taylor. All had great performances throughout the week.
All right, and so who did our fans out there, who was the winner of the poll this week?
Our winner of the poll this week for D1 Alum of the Week was Derek Jones, who actually had 26-10 in one of his wins this week and helped his team UNLV to a 3-in-1 performance in the Maui Invitational. So he's off to a great start as a freshman. You know, one of the best local talents that we had around here, former Archbishop Carroll star, We Are One star, so we knew he was going to do big things out at UNLV.
And certainly Derek has the advantage anytime it comes to a poll, because it seems like he's on the Play of the Day every day on ESPN, certainly a high flyer. And so now we go down to our small college. You know, everybody forgets about all those guys that are playing Division II and Division III basketball. They're a huge part of our Hoop Group family, and so we want to make sure that we honor those guys who are all doing exactly what they wanted to do, using basketball to get a great education. So Joe, who are our Players of the Day that are our nominees this week?
For our small college Players of the Day, we have Kason Randolph, who plays for Coach Herb McGee, longtime Hoop Group alum. He's been coming up to the Poconos for many summers now at Philly U. We've had Mike Murray from St. Joseph's in Brooklyn. We've had Tyreer Ponzi Meek from Wilmington. And then we've had Jake Wittig from Rochester.
And so now, who's our winner?
Our winner this week for the small college Player of the Week is Mike Murray from St. Joe's, Brooklyn. Mike had 20 points, including 4 threes, in a win at Roanoke College, my alma mater, down in Salem, Virginia, at a holiday tournament that they played in.
And so certainly Magic Mike, one of our guys, Magic Mike, one of our runners at camp, at Elite Camp throughout the summer. So a lot of guys know him, so I'm sure he was probably tweeting to guys to make sure they voted for him. I voted for you, Magic Mike, so glad to see that. All right, and now high school basketball season getting into not quite full swing here in New Jersey and a few other states. You know, we haven't even played yet. We haven't even gotten done with full practice yet, but certainly playing high school basketball in other parts of the country. Who are our nominees as the Players of the Day throughout this past week?
Our 4 nominees this week, all of them are high-level high school players that are going to be playing, in college basketball and then probably after college. We're Syracuse commit Matt Moyer, Rice commit Austin Meyer, Blair Academy's Cody Pugh, and Kentucky commit Wenyon Gabriel. All had great performances throughout the week.
All right, so that's a real good group to choose from. Who did the fans end up choosing?
Well, it helped to have Big Blue Nation behind them. They were tweeting at each other, and it was really cool to see. But Wenyon Gabriel, he got Player of the Week this week. He was highlighted by a 21-point performance at Adam Finkelstein's National Prep Showcase, which is always one of the most loaded events in the country. And he showed why he's committed to Kentucky and one of the best players in the country.
And as you said, Big Blue Nation got behind anytime that happens, but also Matt Moyer had the Cuse fans behind him. 2 of the best fan bases in all of college basketball. One of the reasons why we had over 1,000 votes, and we've only been doing this for 2 weeks, but that's the new high for us in any of the polls. So congratulations to Wenyon. And as well, it's not just about those guys playing in high school. A ton of what we do on our Junior Elite, Future All-American, and all of our skills camps are also making sure that we pay attention to those grammar school players. And so, Joe, who are our 4 guys that were players of the day throughout this past week?
Our players of the day for the Junior Elite, we have Ming Stevens from Havoc City in Maryland. We have Julius Phillips from Archbishop Wood. We have Jacob O'Connell from Eastern High School, plays for Shorshas Kessler. And then we have Kareem Colaberry from St. Vincent Pallotti in Maryland.
All right, and so who is our winner in the grammar school division?
Our winner right now is Kareem Colaberry. He is a freshman at St. Vincent Pallotti. Kareem's got a great combination of size, speed, athleticism. He's already 6'9" as a 9th grader. He can handle the ball in the open court. He goes behind his back. He's shown range to face up out to the 3-point line. He's very polished with his back to the basket. He's definitely a young guy that coaches need to know about here in the future.
So congratulations to our Junior Elite Player of the Week. And so each week, as one of the segments in our Hoop Group happenings, we'll bring you all those Hoop Group alums who are our players of the day. And so make sure you're following us on Twitter at The Hoop Group so that you see who our winners are each day in the NBA, Division I, small college, high school, as well as our Junior Elite stars. And thanks for watching. And as always, if you've got any questions or comments, please feel free to email us at robk@hoopgroup.com or as well at weber@hoopgroup.com or joeg@hoopgroup.com.